Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. So now it is the 29th, I think it is now. But yeah, the final episode, Act 5, has actually came out now. So we're actually in Kentucky Route Zero, the TV edition or whatnot. Again, I bought this a long time ago, so I actually had no idea that I bought the complete thing, but I was pretty sure that I did. I bought it. I actually didn't even buy it on Steam. I bought it back on whatever original platform it came out on when it first came out, and then I think they gave you a Steam key for the for the game as well. So it's just pretty much upgraded to the TV edition. But yeah, as you can see, the interface has changed. Everything has changed. Yeah, there's even a new menu and everything. I think there's even captions and stuff for the different songs or whatnot. So that wasn't in the original version of the game. So anywho, at the gas station, we talked to that guy who was talking about the bug and everything else in between. And I think that was pretty much it. There wasn't a whole lot that happened in the last episode besides us getting gas, and Conway apparently has lost his arm for whatever fucking reason. But yeah, so let's get back into it. Oh god, I almost hit down and hit clear. What? Whoa, wait a minute. One, two, three, four. Yeah, because I was in scene 4. Okay, I'm so confused because this didn't happen last time. The last time I just had to hit continue and then it just let me continue. So, continue? Like, this whole little menu thing was not here. So, am I in the right spot? I'm so lost. Again, this didn't happen. Okay. I think I'm in the right spot. Yeah, okay, I'm in the right spot. I guess it was because I changed to put the captions on. So maybe that threw something off. I don't know. Anywho, that guy's a trip. That gas station attendant. Did you talk to him? It's funny. He actually reminds me of that frog we had for a bit. That frog you had. Ah, I like to think he was part of the family, you know? He seemed more like a cat to me. The attendant, I mean. Oh yeah, I can see that too. Aloof, but strangely chatty. Maybe we should pick up another one. A frog, or a cat, or an iguana, or something. Feeling lonely, Cricket? Not exactly. Not like that guy in the gas station. That guy lets the world wash over him, static like a rock. But you and me both together, I mean, we're always moving, always changing. I think it's because we feel safe with each other, you know? Free. We can try stuff out, change our clothes, swap parts around, just play. I'm not lonely, just curious. With another person to play with, what else could we be? We can keep it in mind. Let's not rush into anything. Yeah, you're right about that, ma'am. No rush. Oh, that's Kate. Time to hit the road. River, I mean. See the small brick building? It used to be an upholstery shop. Now it's inhabited by a very skilled taxidermist, whose art is greatly in demand. Demand. When it was an upholstery shop, it didn't see nearly as much business. The old shop's name has been lost to time and weather. This was decades ago. and the only trace of it now is the grayed frame of an old sign behind the new lettering, which now reads Trapper, Stalker, and Sportsman. And then below, smaller, no specimen is too exotic, no arrangement too fanciful. Some of the upholstery equipment is still there too, and still sees active use. Elise is the resident artist, though she's not the owner of the shop. I think that I like the idea of the reclusive ex-convict. It's owned by a reclusive ex-convict named Judah. Very little is known about him. His crime is generally assumed to be violent or otherwise gruesome in some detail, though of course that's all speculation and probably comes from association with the taxidermy business, even though he never so much as skins a squirrel. He's more like a silent partner. I guess those are the ones you're supposed to keep an eye on. But Judah is old and keeps to himself, and the consensus seems to be that he's paid his debt to society, whatever that debt may have been. Shannon retreated to the TV room to browse the mammoth video collection. Shannon followed the other travelers ashore to a drowsy beachside bar called the Rum Colony. Let's see what's on the mammoth video collection. I believe I was told that there are strange things on that in the last episode, or the episode before that. The Mucky Mammoth. The shelves are full of dusty tapes. Some have been relabeled several times, the stickers piling up thick on their spines. Oh God. Funeral thing. An elderly couple sit on folding chairs in the middle of a TV studio, undecorated except for a funeral lily and a thin blue vase on the table. The lights are a bit too dim to make out their features. She reads from a newspaper with unhurried efficiency. Gloria B. of Munfordville passed away on Monday at her residence. Survivors include her children, Dakota, Montana, Minnesota, and Bobby. All of Munfordville. A memorial service will be held at 7 p.m. Thursday at Hatton Huffman Funeral Home in Munfordville, with cremation to follow. She never knew Gloria. He thinks he may have heard the name, wondering aloud if she ever worked at a cafe down there in Munfordville. The woman who ran that place was once called Gloria, or maybe still is. They take a call, someone who knew Gloria B., if not very well. The caller once installed a satellite dish at Gloria's house, a 900 square foot ranch style home on 2 acres at a dead end backed by weeds and pine. Jesus, I think my apartment is about 900 square feet. When the caller mounted the ladder up to Gloria's roof, she slid open her window and tugged urgently at his pant leg. He followed her gaze behind the house to 2 wild turkeys picking through the weeds. Gloria and the caller watched, silent and still, as the huge birds forged obviously into the trees. Oh God. Then he installed the satellite dish. Sad. So why is the cat just chilling on the stove in there? I feel like it's not a good place for a cat. I really want to do Questionnaire, but I also want to see some of this other stuff. Art thing. Watch, question mark isn't gonna be there the next time I try. At first, she thinks the video might be paused, but on closer inspection, she can see the edges of the frame shrinking inwards around the chairs, desk, and loose gray furniture of a sterile waiting room. She watches for a while. She's not sure for how long, several minutes. The zoom tightens so gradually she sometimes forgets it's happening at all, and finally rests as an oscillating desk fan on an oscillating desk fan. She ejects the tape before the next part of the triptych begins. Okay. Trivia thing. Let's try weather this time. Indistinct narration from TV. The on-screen title identifies this program as The History of Weather, Volume 3, Drought. Over footage of a dry riverbed, the program narrator explains the difference between modern drought and ancient drought. The narrator proposes that modern drought may hardly be considered weather at all, since its severity and behavior are so influenced by human activity. Boring. I used to love stuff about the weather when I was a kid. I think we still have some of those tornado videos and stuff like that about the Dust Bowl at my house. Birds. And then after that I'll try the question mark. Early morning bird and road sounds from TV. Blue-black morning swings across the screen. The bird watcher tramps through dewy grass. He stops with a wet grunt and rests the camera on a pile of rocks. Birds from Great Distances, Episode 12, appears briefly on screen. He twists the lens by hand, pushing the frame past trees onto the road and coming to a halt zoomed in on a fuzzy fist-sized artifact resting on the momentary stroke of a telephone wire. Shannon and the bird watcher observe. He breathes heavily, and she holds her breath like she's afraid he might hear, afraid of distracting him, or being discovered and contaminating his perfect isolation. Traffic picks up, indifferent. As the sky lightens, the black smudge in the center of the frame gradually becomes more prominent, but never in any greater detail. Not bad. I'm still confused by her hair. Is it longer, or was it just long enough to put in a bun like that anyway? More birds. Question marks. Eerie hum from TV. Ah, this is where bad things happen. That awful hum. It seems to start before Shannon even hits play. Then there's the familiar room. There are blank gray walls marked with tape and school desk, and this time she notices a few more details. The murky carpet like standing water, some video equipment stashed in the corner, a row of lockers. And there's Weaver, looking serenely at the camera. As before, she starts speaking, and, as before, there's no sound but that hum. Shannon finds Weaver's words coming back to her as they appear in captions on the screen. Weaver, mail, school, and these magnificent tragic horses. Go underground, as deep as you can go. The air is cool and the earth is damp, and when you close your eyes, you are surrounded by the dead. Remember where that is. You'll find your way from there. I think this place is what you're looking for. Some of it will wash away soon, but I think you'll be happy here. even without the mail, school. The text repeats for a few minutes, and Shannon stops the tape. Okay. Hello, cat. I can't remember if the cat had a name, and I feel bad for that. Kate and Will. To Will. No, it was only a few notes. Slow and sad, like funeral music, you know? I don't remember it being sad, just simple and unburdened. Maybe that's what funeral music sounds like to me. Unburdened. Oh, hello. Kate and I were just trying to remember the Mammoth song. But neither of us have heard it for years. Will just found the mechanism. In the mammoth's belly, hidden in gritty, matted fur. Ha! It's like a big music box. A slowly spinning cylinder covered in metal pins that pluck her dulcet guts and pump the bellows in her bowels. Jesus Christ, this game is testing my vocabulary. But some of the pins are rusted and worn away. Easy to replace, if we can even remember what the notes were. Did I hear you browsing the archive next door? Find anything good? Where did all those videos come from? People just left them on board. Passengers, I mean. They used to all be movies and that kind of stuff. I like nature documentaries especially. Some people left home movies or little art videos they'd made. But that damn VCR devours anything you leave in it. It just switches into record mode at random, I think, and picks up whatever's coming in over the antenna. Of course, the only station we get down here is that WEVP. EVP. Isn't that the thing that they use to find ghosts or whatever? I think it's an EVP monitor or something like that. Picks up electromagnetic waves or something. Community television, you know. They've got that show with a gentleman playing banjo in his birthday suit. I'm sure you've seen it. Oh yes. And if there's no tape in the machine when it tries to start recording, it makes this awful sound, like putting a squeaky toy in a food processor. I can hear it above deck. Awful. That's why I put the sign up. Please do not rewind after watching. At least that way nothing gets taped over anymore. Where's the station? WEVP. Wait, I think also WEVP is the thing that they showed at the beginning of the game. Well, the new screen that they showed at the beginning. I don't know. Will? I don't know. I guess I never thought of it. It must be nearby, right? It is community television. The Shield would know. Yeah. You should meet the Shield. He did a lot of... Oh, Dashel. He did a lot of volunteer work for WEVP in the early days. Wiring up antennas and relays, stuff like that. I think you two would have a lot to talk about. He works at the telephone exchange. No, I'm afraid he's been let go. Oh yeah? That's odd. He still takes the ferry to work every day. I'm sure he's at the telephone exchange right now. In fact, I dropped him there a few hours ago. We're stopping at the telephone exchange again shortly to deliver their mail and pick up their trash. You should go ashore when we do. Ask for Dashel. And end scene. I rarely miss a chance to lounge on the beach around the rum colony, and I do enjoy a drink, though I don't find their signature liquor suits me. But this time I elected to stay aboard and shoot the breeze with Kate over some mineral water. Still, I heard reports. I heard the old man went a little deeper in his cups. Not at all surprising. He seemed to have some momentum, and Patch mixes up some pretty magnetic drinks. Oh, if we're talking about the rum colony, I should tell you about Patch. He's the bartender, general manager, creative director. I guess that means he books the music. He pretty much runs the place for the last 7 years. A lot of folks assume he owns it, but that is not the case. The rum colony is owned by a dead man named Vernon. Technically, it would be owned by the power company, who once bought a sizable interest from Vernon as part of a state-sponsored investment program. But a clause in the arrangement requires them to keep their hands off the day-to-day and most profits, so long as Vernon walks this earth. The upshot of all this is that nobody came forth to identify the body. Patch is a good guy, though. Kind, trustworthy, and he mixes a strong Muay Thai, if that's your thing. Mai Tai, Jesus. It is weird having my glasses on and playing games. Clara, Kate, and I stopped to do some business by telephone. So this is all Shannon narrating. Okay. Act 4, Scene 4. A phone. I guess we're going to be here for a minute. Looks like they have a few calls to make. I should probably call someone too. Wait, well, you don't really have anybody to call. I guess. What are you going to do? Yeah, that's a good question. I just thought I'd scratch my legs, on firm ground. I didn't realize this place would be floating on barrels. Back when I was driving long haul, that's the real big trucks now. I sometimes wouldn't leave the cab but to pump gas. I took my meals in there. I slept in there. I changed my socks in there, the whole thing. So one time I was hauling a bunch of big spools, telephone wires, I think, actually, up from California into Washington State. You know where that is. It's way out, on a map. It's kind of to the left of here, more or less. In between California and Washington, there's a place called Oregon, and you can't pump your own gas there. They have a guy who does it called a gas jockey, and you'd better not even open your door, or they'll get all suspicious. I drove through California and into Washington, and I refueled in the middle in Oregon, and so I didn't set foot out of my truck for a whole day. When I came out of the cab and the ground rushed up like it missed me, gave me a big old kiss right on the chin, right here. What I'm saying is, hell, I forgot. What am I talking about? It's important to take breaks. Exactly. Don't forget that. And don't say I never taught you anything. Well, guess I'll head back aboard. Might see if I can find any of the good stuff stashed maybe in the spice cabinet. Maybe in the medicine cabinet. That's where it belongs. Conway, I think you're drinking too much. Hell, who am I talking to? Don't listen to me, kid. I'll see you in a few. Yeah, you're talking a lot now, and you're drinking a lot now. What the hell? Yeah, the boat's right there. What are you doing? Oh, I actually heard that.
I remember going to a house in Aroostook County, Maine. I was 2. We were moving, and we were driving up in a white Nissan station wagon with faux wood paneling. And it was the first time that I'd seen the house that I was going to live in for the next 7 years.
Will listens to the next message.
Being washed in the bathroom sink.
Why is there a bear in there?
I was just parking my car. I had to parallel park it. The street that I live on was full, but there was a but it just got cold today for like the first time in a long time. So I had the heat on. And whenever you have the heat on in an old car, it definitely smells a certain way. It smells kind of like, it almost smells, you can like smell that it's hot. And you can feel it too, but the smell that it is like from the car itself, like from the engine. And there's been a lot of smoking going on in that car, so it's not exactly a pleasant smell, but it's definitely strong and it's definitely there. And with the windows down, you can also smell that it's cold. So you get both. And that feeling together is super familiar if you've been in old cars a lot. Anyway, I was parking and I had to go in and out about it like 3 times, but when I finally finished parking, it was like perfect. Both wheels against the curb, and that's when I had like the double memory. When I first learned how to drive, my mom taught me how to parallel park. She told me the story about her dad, who was a motorcycle cop, taught her how to parallel park. And every time she parallel parked, she would take out a dime, and if she could fit the dime between the wheel of her car and the curve of the street, then she had to do it again. She didn't do that for me, but every time that I got upset about having to do it again, she would tell me that at least I didn't have to be a dime distance away from the curb. I learned how to drive in the fall, and I got that smell a lot during that time. And I don't know when my mom learned to drive.
That is kind of true though about the smell of old cars. My granddad had a very, very, very old Buick. I think it was like a 19, ooh, I think it was a 1960 or a 1970 Buick, and it did have a smell about it. Like you could just smell that it was old. That thing was huge too, and since it was so old, it was made out of steel. Didn't want to hit that damn thing.
Oh, probably going to school.
It's so weird hearing voices now in this game.
I can't sleep because the trees are scraping against my window, and it reminds me of a tongue scraping against my skin.
Sir, what type of stuff have you been doing in your spare time?
What? I'm about to cross an ocean. I worry about my dog.
Why?
Can't sleep anywhere near a place. The gas is sold. Not when it's being sold, when it's not being sold.
So, A hotel? Maybe near a gas station?
It was tough to hold on to the snake, but yeah, my hands are pretty damp.
Snakes are slippery.
I remember the number 10 in a flashcard with a turkey on it. It had a yellow background.
Okay.
The frogs are too loud.
Okay.
Not a whole lot. I guess I was walking. I was in a stroller in Treetop Park, Florida. My mother accidentally pushed me into a spider web. I freaked out a lot. That's the first thing I remember.
Now that I think about it, I wonder if this is a part of that. I think they had an ARG a long time ago. It might have been like, oh shit, 2014 or 2015, where I think you could call this number and you could hear different things. I wonder if this had something to do with this.
We were sent for. I keep hearing these noises whenever I close my eyes. It's like bells ringing. But the bells aren't metal bells or ceramic bells. They're kind of bells like normally hear. They're like this weird. I can't even describe the material. It's just resonant. This ringing resonant. And as soon as I open my eyes again, there's nothing.
I remember driving across an old dirt road.
Was it an old town road?
My first day at the party at McDonald's in Hawaii. I got a toy that I didn't like. I broke it.
Okay. I would just like to point out that I'm sitting in a very dark room with nothing but this little ass laptop listening to these weird ass messages. Not creepy at all.
Getting caught next to the jungle gym. I was crying for that monster truck rally that my parents take me out. And they miss it. One of those two.
How long do these messages go on?
Seriously? Whether I wear boots or sneakers, my feet always feel damp. Cold and damp. Well, I was hoping that you'd be able to tell me why I can't sleep. It seems like it's been a long time, and it seems like it's been it just time to sleep now.
Drink some NyQuil. That might help. Then again, NyQuil doesn't help me either, so. Let's hang up the phone. God only knows how long that goes on. If somebody knows, please tell me. To Ezra. Don't you go diving in, too. It's actually really cold and kind of dangerous. Did he say where he was going? He's looking for the good stuff. I see. Still thirsty. Kate keeps some diet soda in the broom closet, but you didn't hear it from me. It's next to the bleach. Bring a flashlight. Oh, God. Oh, no. I don't think that's what he's looking for. So, any important messages? Every single one. Where are you headed tonight? small man. I'm just following my friends. Is this young woman your friend? We met Ezra earlier tonight, and he's been very helpful. I'm hoping we can return the favor once we get back above ground. Poor kid was sleeping at the bus station and just lost track of his folks. He'll be alright. He's more at home down here than any of us. Trust me, I have an eye for it. Summer. Kate, thanks for calling. I hope I didn't wake you up. No, I can't really get comfortable enough to sleep anymore, except in the car. Oh, not driving. In the passenger seat, recline. Eric drove me around the reservoir this afternoon, and I got an hour or two in. I couldn't get settled in bed, so I was just watching TV, some cooking show about high concept junk food, and everyone from my high school chemistry class was there, making cupcakes out of old bicycle parts. What? I think I might have dozed off a bit, actually. Honestly, this baby can come out whenever he wants. I'm completely over it. Don't rush it. Just try to get some rest. That's what Eric says. I guess it'll happen when it happens. I mean, obviously it. The phone line makes a horrible sound. Whoa, God. The phone's down here is such a mess. Hey, Kate. I really appreciate you checking in. I have your pager number, and so does Eric. Just in case I'm too, distracted or whatever. I'll let you go. I should try to eat something. Reishi will help your joint pain? Okay, thanks. Maybe I'll just chew on some ice. Talk to you soon, Kate. Hopefully. Just checking in on a client. Did I mention I'm a birth doula? The hell is that? That's like a nurse, right? Well, no, I don't have any formal medical training or licensing. Just a lot of experience. I think most women who hire me mainly want someone in the delivery room who doesn't treat childbirth like some kind of disease to be cured. I mean, no hard feelings against doctors, but they have their own process, and it can be pretty alienating sometimes. Is everything okay? Everything's great. Sound like she's ready. Some women just know. It's amazing. Others are caught totally by surprise. Your friend went back aboard. He's been drinking a bit. Oh, I should have pointed him toward the head. So that's where they keep the liquor at? Wait, who are you? Nadia. I'm glad you phoned. I was just thinking of you. Oh, Claire. Okay. Sitting by the phone waiting for my call. That's so nice. I was just eating an early lunch, actually, and my mind was wandering. I visited the hospital yesterday. I went to visit Uncle Adrius, but they moved him. Now he's in a hospice care facility run by some old Polish nun. Everyone says it's very nice. I asked him about visiting, and they said he didn't want any visitors. He's just being stubborn. Yeah, it's typical of Adrius. I was thinking maybe if you came to visit, he would see you. All those afternoons you two would go drinking beers by the river. Don't you think it would mean a lot to him if he could say goodbye to you in person? Oh, Nadia. I'd never make it back in time anyway. It's true. You're a long way from home, Clara. I suppose it can't be helped. Oh, here's Mother at the door. We're going to try again to see him. I hope the tour is going well. Love you. Be careful. My sister's back home. She's very depressing to me this morning. My Uncle Adrian is terminally ill and refusing visitors, and Nadia is making a stir about it. I'm sorry to hear. Are you close? Yes, but only recently. He lived abroad for most of my life. I only met him a few years ago. My sister is older, so she knew him as a child, too. So I think her respect for him is distorted by sentiment. We must always take the dying at their word. Their motivations are beyond our understanding. The older man, he's swimming back to the mammoth. No emergency, I hope. I hope there's paper. It's been a busy night. He's writing a letter? I hadn't heard that euphemism. Must be Lithuanian. Brandon approaches. I don't suppose any of you folks are headed past the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Not on this run, but we'll be coming back this way in a few hours, but I feel like we won't. Well, I may still be here then. It's no big deal. I'll just hang out and read or something until it's time to head back to work. Hey, you folks are traveling with that old guy, right? With the leg. Is he okay? I saw him earlier tonight. He came by the storage facility for some files. He totally bit it on the staircase. He's okay though, right? I don't think he's okay. He just seems preoccupied to me. Yeah, I got that feeling too. Back at the storage facility, he was asking a lot of weird questions, and he seemed distracted, like spiritually. Well, have a good night, or, morning, almost. Oh, wait, Brandon, was that the janitor from, the storage facility / church? That just now occurred to me. Good Lord. It's been a while, so. Water sounds and delicate synthesizer music. Very true. Man, this soundtrack would be perfect to listen to at night to go to sleep. That's why I have such a hard time recording this at night, because I get sleepy and tired. That right there is Ratliff Monuments. If you ever need a headstone carved for a loved one, I mean. Violet Ratliff, never married, nevertheless bore 6 children. Earl, Kelly, Barb, Ron, young Earl, and Beauty. And for each birth, she locked the doors of Ratliff Monuments for only one day, even with young Earl, when she was in labor for 36 hours. Jesus Christ. Well, that's what folks said, and I met her, and I believed them. She had the unyielding disposition of a cliffside. None of Violet's children had any desire to go into monument making. Beauty thought it all a bit ghoulish. There's some truth to that. Very little demand for monuments to the living, after all. The run of the shop fell at last to young Earl, the only Ratliff still at the home when his mother finally passed at 82, and who then had the honor of engraving her headstone. He's done well, for the most part. The shop was damaged in a flood several years ago. The showcase, a mock cemetery out front, was mostly washed away, stone monuments, bobbing violently in the first torrents of the flood, eventually sank and spread along the channel bottom downriver, An elongated graveyard for no human loss, visited by eyeless fish and adorned with indifferent reefs of algae. If a few stray stones ended up at the bottom of the lake of Lake Leith, too, we'll never know. Young Earl is the last of his short line professionally, and there's nobody around qualified to carve his monument, so he's already claimed one of those at the bottom of the river for himself. Well, that's depressing. I don't like card games, so Shannon, Ezra, the old man, and I stopped at the Redvansky Center to make some quick cash. Plus, we haven't really dealt with Conway yet. I kind of wish I would have got off on the rum colony and dealt with his story. Act 4, Scene 5. I wonder if this is going to have like 19 acts like the last act. Well, 19 scenes, I mean. Oh, okay. Mimi, good morning. Bags isn't feeling well. Long night. Poor kitty. What are you watching? Security tape from last night. Daryl left the lights on again. Should we slash his tires? I'll leave a stern note on his desk. Spare the rod. What are we doing today? Right, this is weird. You know that old vending machine? The one that only has tomato juice? No, the old one that just stopped refilling. What? They just stopped refilling. Remember, we rolled it out onto the dock last August and some scavengers stripped it from metal in the middle of the night. Daryl cut his hand cleaning after them, and it got infected. Remember? No. Okay, anyway, the rest of it ended up in the coat room until, finally, Daryl was piling it into a big bag for the trash bars to pick up, and he came across this box lost behind all the junk. Check it out. This looks old. Yeah, there's a bunch of videotapes and completed questionnaires. I looked up the reference number, and it's never been processed, so I guess that's what we're doing today. There's no data on it. We'll just have to make one up, unless there's some footage of a calendar or something in here. Flipping through questionnaire. I guess these are the old tests before we started doing the video exit interviews. That's annoying. Yeah, let's see. How did we do this? I'll run the tape, and you interpret the questionnaire, and I'll type it up. Oh, God. Okay. I mean, this is cool, but the hell? Wow, I haven't seen that poster in a while. I think that was mine from college. Yeah, definitely. All right, Daryl swapped it out in the redesign. Now it's what's there now? Yeah, that's weird. I can't picture it. I mean, I can picture the wall, and there's definitely something hung there. That's gonna bug me. Want me to go look? It's just down the hall. No, it's okay. But that's Shannon. The modernist bookshelf with the fancy vintage turntable. So ostentatious. So Daryl. What? That was my bookshelf. Oh no. But you, like, grew out of it or something, right? It ended up in the lab somehow. I keep my books in a pile now. It's easier to find what I'm looking for. Never what shelf is that book on. Only, well, it's somewhere in that pile. Pragmatic. What happens if I sit down? I literally just sit down. There's no comments on this. I just literally sit down. Okay. Okay, I can't go out. It's a stage. This should be some basic information and the first control test. Subject's general disposition. Jen looks over the questionnaire document from the envelope. Question: why are you here? The other passengers said we could make some quick cash taking these tests. Pragmatic. Demographic category. What's the first thing you remember? I remember a bird cage. Mid-20s. How do you... what? Do you think we should use the old categories or the new categories? Oh, right. Will the computer even still take the old ones? They're still in the menu. Okay, in that case, put in precarious. Sure. Oh, I forgot. Name. It says Marquez on the file. Whoa, Marquez. Are you sure? That's what it says. Do you know her? That can't be. No, that's not her. Did she come alone or with a group? I don't know. There's an extended monitoring tape here too. We could check on the dock when she showed up. Oh, that's neat with the scene transitions. No, definitely not. Oh, she's traveling with one of those creepy distillery guys. Him? Nah, he just looks like some old drifter. Maybe you're right. It's hard to tell in this light. How can I just tell that certain people work at the distillery? Is it because of the glowing arm and the glowing leg? Or is it something else? Plus, how can he actually see that? Oh, it's... wait, who is that? That guy in the hoodie. What? Never seen him before. Really? He looks so damn familiar. I thought maybe he was a former intern or something. He's a little old for that, right? Oh, I don't recognize him. Sorry. You're all deja vu this morning. It's spooky. Sorry, just one of those days, I guess. I guess the old man is on dinghy guard duty. A noble assignment. So, who was this lady? Oh, right. Well, do you remember WEVP TV? No. Okay, it was a community television station. The Consolidated Power Company had to fund it as like a punishment for owning too much of the broadcasting spectrum or something. So they're Sinclair Broadcasting? Oh, they used to screen your videos, right? Yeah, it was like a co-op. I did some maintenance and they gave me a slot to show my work. And they had the naked banjo guy late at night. What? Yeah, that's mainly what everyone remembers. I guess their whole mandate was community expression. He was certainly expressive. Oh wait, was WEVP the one that... the flood, right? Yeah. Damn. So Shannon Marquez, does she have a naked banjo show too? What? No. Let me guess. Which of the following sentences best describes you? I am haunted, unable to forget. She had an exercise show. No, I've never heard of Shannon Marquez. It was a Weaver Marquez I knew. She worked at the station for a bit, and then she left on kind of weird terms, actually. Anyway, where were we? Okay, how do we rank her from the control test? Without turning around to look, please describe the following objects. Bookshelf. Fuck, I wasn't paying attention. 3 shelves. It is shaped like a transformer coil. It reminds me of a department store. Poster. Oh, fuck. I remember circles. I think I do remember that. I have a poster in my workshop, a chart of resistor values. Question. Lighting. One lamp? Average, I guess. Typing average. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I guess that was 3. Okay. It was like a snake. God damn it. Okay, how? How many pictures did she remember? 2, or actually maybe 3. What? She wrote down orange, strawberry, guava. Guava? I think she meant the pear. See, that's why I hate this test. There's so much fruit that basically looks just like other fruit. Oh, guava. Does a guava even look like a pear, though? I don't think I've ever seen a guava. I thought they were pink. They're just pink on the inside. You wouldn't confuse a real guava for a real pear, but in one of Daryl's crude watercolors. But I can still clearly tell that's a pear, even on video. Yeah, you and I can, but we already know it's a pear. She could be remembering wrong, or just identifying what, to her, is a much more likely fruit to appear in a painting. Based on any number of cultural, social, geographic, you know. She didn't say anything in her response to help clarify. Let's see. Because I think Shannon did say that they were immigrants. Please describe in detail any sensation that accompany your memory of the pictures. It makes me think of being a kid. The guava is just like candy. It's almost unnatural. My mother gave me some mushed up guava once to cure a toothache. Not really, just some sensory memories of guava. I guess we should just skip the pictures. That's a shame. It's really hard to measure memory degradation in some of the later tests without this one as a baseline location updating scenario. I've been saying we should just use photographs. Watercolor paintings already have the quality of a half-remembered dream anyway, like they're inviting you to forget them, or somebody else already forgot them for you, like a mama bird feeding her chicks cotton candy. What? Photographs are, it's not that they're really more accurate or true, but we think they are. They put you in the mindset. They have authority. So yeah, out with the watercolors, I say. But then poor Daryl would have nowhere to exhibit his work. Jen makes some noise. A white cat. Jen, look who it is. Oh, I miss that kitty. I forget what became of the white one. Her name was Coconut, and she disappeared without a trace. Easy come, easy go, as cats are. wouldn't say easy. I had to leave food on a dock for a week before she'd come inside. She only stuck around for a month or two. You probably saw quite a lot of people, quite a lot of her. I remember you were working nights then. She was a nocturnal creature. That's right, I remember. Can I mess with the cat? I cannot mess with the cat. But the cat watches me, which is kind of weird. What did I just do? Oh, that was cat food. Wait, I don't remember this test. Oh, did we cut this one? What's the questionnaire like? No, this is just... Sometimes if I can't make it in for a few days, I might leave a note to feed the cats. For the test subjects. Wow, how do you know they'll do it? I write it on university letterhead. Jen, that is unethical. At least I don't use university property and research equipment to make weird videos at video art. Very well then, I contradict myself. I wonder which is the nobler transgression. I'll settle that question. It's nobler to feed kitties. Oh, here's another extended monitoring tape from the waiting room. Wait, the waiting room. Wasn't that on one of the tapes that was on the boat? Busy night. There he is again, sleeping. Where do I know him from? It's going to drive me up the wall. Does he work at the university? Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I think he might have worked there a long time ago. Maybe when I was an undergrad. Ah, the Paleolithic. I thought he looked a bit rugged. That's right, Jen. I went to college during the Stone Age. What was your major? Fire. I don't think he was a professor. Maybe staff? It's been so long. Sometimes I wish I'd just barreled through, like you did, instead of taking time off before grad school. I'm sure it was the right thing to do at the time. Yeah, well, the only thing. It was such a mess. Did I ever tell you about that? My boyfriend died suddenly, in my last year of college. Oh, poor thing. Seems like a bad thing to say. It's okay. It was a long time ago. But yeah, it really shook me up back then. He was studying astronomy. We were both really into experimental music. We took a few art classes together. That's so sad. How did... Sorry, never mind. No, it's okay. That's the thing, actually. I mean, that's what shook me up about it. It was just this random accident that never should have happened. And so sudden you never could have seen it coming. He was back home visiting his parents, and he fell off a roof. So... Wait, Conway... Conway mentioned something about somebody falling off a roof and it being an accident. Was that one of his kids? Or was that just somebody that was staying there? Because I remember when he was drunk, he mentioned something about... people coming and going. Oh, God. Huh. Damn, I know what you mean. You can't predict that kind of, what do you call it? Freak accident kind of thing. And I did call it an accident when I was talking to, oh, God, what was her name? Lysette. My psychiatrist says that's why I'm such a pessimist. Well, I think you're remarkably upbeat, all things considered. I mean, you know, that thing with your boyfriend and the roof, but also what happened to the TV station. So that was their child, and he fell off the roof. And then Lysette was starting to lose her memory. I'm assuming because maybe she had Alzheimer's or something. Acts of God. You think? No, I mean, that's what you call it. That's what you say when it's nobody's fault. Maybe that's the word that Lysette was trying to remember. Acts of God. But she couldn't quite remember it. Right. Oh, look. Can you read the date? Damn, I can't read it either. It may not have been current. I remember for a while we had a counter up there, up that was like years behind. I think Daryl liked the picture. It sounds like the calendar I used to have in my room when I was staying at home. At it was I think it had like Celtic crosses or Celtic imagery and stuff like that on it. But I had that thing up for years, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it was about 4 or 5 years old by the time I actually took it down. What was it? Best friends. Every month there was a different pair of animals that were friends. That's adorable. I think I'm going to be sick. I don't remember that. Wait, you don't remember that? That weird intern brought it in from home. What was his name? Who? Oh, you remember. He was always like, I mean, we would make fun of him for, damn, he almost completely gone from my brain. So many interns coming and going then. I guess I didn't bother even remembering their names. I wonder who was working back when this was recorded. Is there a tape of the monitoring room? Yeah, here it is. Oh, before we check that out, did she flip the counter forward or backwards? Forward. Oh, weird. They usually flip it backwards. I mean, I'm right-handed, so I just went with right, so it just seemed fitting. And the cat is at the door. And Ezra. And he just walked back out. And the cat is following. There she goes. Wait, do you think... Did she follow them out? Oh, well. Oh, well, here's the last extended monitoring tape from the dock when they left. What the See? Told you he was one of those distillery guys. I guess you were right. These other guys came to pick him up for work, maybe? I don't like how they all hang out together. It's creepy. We hang out together and work together. Yeah, but it's not. They're like more than coworkers. I don't know. I just get this awful feeling whenever I see them. Like I knew them once, but not anymore. Like when they make up a dead person to look like an old photograph of themselves. Sort of familiar. Sort of strange. Yeah, exactly. There ought to be a word for that. And then they're gone. Again, bye, kitty. They look like nice enough people. I'm sure she's very happy with them. Yeah. So, this has been a bit of a memory trip for you, huh? I bet you didn't expect these old tapes to stir up so much. How does it feel for these people to come up again? Weaver Marquez and Wise Will. I mean, and what was your boyfriend's name? The one who died in college? Charlie. Yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet experience, actually. Like looking at photographs of people who've died and moved away, people that are gone. Gone but not forgotten. No, not forgotten. You're right. Interesting. Well, I am going to stop it right there, and we will continue this in the next video. So, huh. That was very interesting, actually. We're starting to get some connections on what's going on. So, it's actually I'm starting to actually kind of understand certain things. I still don't know what the hell is going on. I still think the guy's dead and he's just traveling to, I don't know, whatever end he's going to come to, but I don't know. But we'll continue forward and see where it leads us. So, thank you for watching. See you.